so here we go. So I will start off by actually giving everybody an overview of what's going to happen. So this week we finish out, and then next week we have school Monday and Tuesday. Okay, then we're off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then of course Saturday, Sunday. So the Connects You lesson, we're taking a week off. Does that make sense? So next Wednesday we have no school, so there will not be a Connects You lesson next week. So there'll be 1 week without Connects You, and then we'll pick it back up. And your teachers are gonna put their weekly lessons on Monday, and then it'll just carry over to the next week. Okay, so they're not gonna make a weekly lesson for 2 days and then have one the following week. Okay, so I think we're all on the same page. I just don't want you guys wondering where things are. So I think you guys are pretty good though. Okay, so here we go. Happy Thanksgiving. This is one of my favorite holidays. We always have it at my house. This is actually the 15th year I've had Thanksgiving at my house. I don't cook it per se. I have it at my house, and people help me cook because I can't rip the insides out of the turkey or things like that. So I have a little bit of help. Okay, so we're gonna learn about taking notes from videos today. We, believe it or not, we are on week 13. The weeks are flying by. I can't believe it's already, was it the 20th? Yeah, today's the 20th of November. Can you guys believe it's the 20th? I felt like it was October yesterday.
I just can't believe that 2010 was almost 10 years ago.
Wait till you get to be my age. I feel like I just graduated high school and it's like 20 years later. It's crazy. Okay, so learning target. I can use video note-taking strategies to help me understand my lessons. Okay, so we've talked about this before. I've actually watched a lot of videos to create this video, and they say that if you take notes on paper and pencil, it's actually better than a computer. Because apparently, like when you're on the computer, you're just like type, 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 you know what I mean? You're not really thinking about it as much, where with the paper and pen, you're taking your pen, you're putting it on the paper. And a lot of you guys, I'm sure, can type very quickly because you grew up with smartphones and things like that. And you can probably text very quickly and different things like that, whereas I'm a little slower. So if you can type that quickly and I can type pretty quickly, writing slows you down. Okay, so it's going to make you think about more about what you actually write. Okay, so that's just a little fun tip. So if you write in a notebook, you're going to remember it a little bit more. Okay, so this is a 1-minute video. It's going to review, let me move you guys here a second. So as you watch the video, pull out effective note-taking strategies that we previously learned about. So within the last few weeks, we've really been talking about note-taking. Think about how do you believe you can use these strategies to take notes while we're watching videos. Okay, so here we go. It's like literally a 1-minute video.
Effective note-taking in lectures, meetings, or at events makes you more productive by helping you remember key facts, creates a reference for the future, and keeps you focused during the event. Studies have shown that using pen and paper instead of a laptop or tablet helps you to remember facts more deeply and assists in understanding complex ideas. But don't try to write everything down. Focus on the key information and related ideas. Try and summarize your notes immediately after the event to create a concise outline that's easy to refer to. Writing all your notes in a dedicated notebook will ensure they stay together in chronological order. Productive people have revealed using different colored pens to highlight key facts or actions can help them organize their notes and plan ahead. Finally, don't be afraid to compare your notes with your colleagues or classmates to ensure you haven't missed any critical information. So stay productive and take great notes.
Okay, so I thought that was pretty good. So they enforced the thing I was talking about with the taking notes in the notebook. Okay, so do you guys do a lot of those already? I know we talked about the mind mapping, the concept mapping. Emily, have you been doing that at all since we talked about that? A little bit? Okay. That's good. So yeah, just picking up strategies that work for you guys, okay? Whether it's using mind maps, concept maps, sorry, let's get back on it. Notebook, computer, whatever you need, okay? So videos are a little bit different, okay? Because if you're taking notes out of a notebook, you can kind of pause, right? And it's usually broken down into sections. Or if you take notes out of Odyssey where it's kind of broken down for you, it's a little different with a video though. you guys have any strategies for taking notes for videos? Because I know Summit, if you've been in the Summit platform or have used it, there's a lot of videos. Anyone have any strategies for video notes? Dylan, what do you use? What do you do?
I don't know if this counts, but I usually click show text version underneath the video, and then I copy the notes.
Okay, well, yeah, you definitely could see it up on the side. Sometimes it helps to actually see the words. I agree with that. I was watching, somebody recorded a video in Zoom the other day, and it helped me to have the words on the side because she kept going in and out and I couldn't hear her. So it helped me, you know, see exactly what she was doing, and the words were on the side. So it was very helpful. I know sometimes I turn on the closed captioning by accident on my TV, and sometimes I'll just read the words. So sometimes it is nice to have the words up there. I'm a big fan of pausing. Does anyone pause while they're watching videos? Okay.
Yeah, all the time.
You pause, and then what do you do when you pause? Take some notes? If you're
Right.
watching a video for school. Okay. Yeah, I'm a big fan of pausing. I rewind sometimes. Just like you can look at back. Do you ever look back at your notes in a notebook, or look back if you need the answer to something? I'll look back at the previous page in a notebook. That's the same with the video. I'll rewind the video a little bit, and then I'm able to take the notes that I need. Okay, so taking notes from videos. Gotta move you again here, hold on. Okay, so there's some pros here. Videos are great resources to learn from, which I love them. I used them when I was in a brick and mortar classroom, just like I use them at CPDLF. Cons are sometimes my kids would get distracted, or you can zone out while the video is going on. Your mind can just wander away. And then you can get on your phone while the video is playing. You can do something else. You can get yourself lunch, and then you're not really paying attention or writing things down, right? Anyone ever done any of those things? Okay.
Happens all the time.
Happens all the time. Yeah, I'll be watching a show at night sometimes. I'm not taking notes on it, but I will get distracted, and then I have to rewind it or whatever. So it is easy to be like, oh my goodness, I missed like 20 minutes of something, and then you have to rewind it. Okay, so video notes, though, can help you focus and stay engaged. Okay, so it's a different way to give you material, which is nice. Sometimes, you know, you want written material, sometimes you want a video. Okay, so before you watch, you should think about what the video is about, why are you actually watching it, and how's it going to relate to what you already know. And I try to do that when I do my weekly lessons for history. I try to do that. I try to say, you know, Sarah, you're watching this video on trenches because, you know, this is this and this is this. I try to, you know, give you a reason why I'm actually showing you this video instead of, you know, throwing a random history video in your weekly lesson. Okay. I guess Emily can kind of relate to that too. She's, well, Skylar's in my history too. Dylan, yeah, all of you. Wait, do I have all of you for history? No, Sarah's not. Wait, yes, all 4 of you are in my history class. Wow, that's crazy. So yes, all 4 of you are in my history. I had to think about it from year to year because I've had some of you multiple years in my history classes. So yes, so all of you know that I try to find videos that relate to what's going on in the class. I don't just try to throw in a random video and say, you know, good luck with that. So during the video though, you want to pause, just like I said, write down the key concepts, the main ideas. The videos will help you find key concepts and main ideas. Pausing, underlining, bolding, highlighting, all this is good stuff. Pause the video after important sections, take the notes, and like I said, don't be afraid to reverse the video and watch it again, okay? Just like a textbook, you can go back and you can look at it again. Okay, I don't know if this is gonna work or not. I'm gonna try something here. So let me, let's see here. Okay, so, oh wow, that didn't work. That was totally the wrong thing. Hold on, I gotta find it. This is what happens sometimes. Let me get my drive. Okay, so we are going to, and this is going to be in your lesson too. You're going to see it here in just a little bit. Okay, so this is something that I'm going to have you guys do as your elaborate for the week. You're going to learn to take some notes. Okay, so there's a couple ways you can do it. You can watch the video once without writing notes down, and you can watch it again. Now, this is good if it's a short video. Now, obviously, I don't want you watching a 2-hour video and then watching it again if you don't need to. Okay, you can pay really close attention if it's like a 3-minute video, which is what I'm going to show you on Thanksgiving. Okay, you can pay close attention and then we can take some notes. Or there's method 2. While watching the video, you can take notes on what you think is important. So jot down a couple things and don't write notes constantly because you need to pay attention. You'll want to be able to view the video and write notes seamlessly. And you could take another approach is to write notes every 3 to 5 minutes about the video. Okay, so my videos that I usually show you for my classes are very, very short. So your best method would probably be method 1 because they're usually just video clips. So you can watch the video and then you can even watch it again and then take some notes, okay? So we're gonna watch a video on Thanksgiving, okay? And it's actually very interesting. It's called, Did You Know Lobster, Seal, and Swans Were on the Pilgrim's Menu? Okay, because most of you don't associate seafood with Thanksgiving, do we? Not usually. How many people have a lot of seafood at Thanksgiving? Sarah's like, no. Okay, so here we go. Lots of interesting information. Then we're going to take this information and we are going to try to pick out some of the main ideas, some of the evidence. Okay, we're going to talk a little bit about it. Okay, so let's learn about Thanksgiving. I love this video, so I hope you love it as much as I do. Let me turn up to make sure you guys can hear it. Okay, here we go.
With the story of the first Thanksgiving, when the Pilgrims invited local Native Americans to share a meal with them. But we bet you didn't know Thanksgiving didn't become an annual tradition until more than 200 years later. That first Thanksgiving in 1621 wasn't just one big meal. It was a 3-day festival of eating, hunting, and other entertainments in honor of the Pilgrims' first successful harvest. The Indians killed 5 deer as gifts for the colonists, so venison was definitely on the first Thanksgiving menu. But we bet you didn't know that turkey was not. They also didn't have pumpkin pie or potatoes, which hadn't been introduced to New England yet. And while they may have eaten cranberries, they would have been served plain, not in a sauce or relish. The Pilgrims didn't plan on starting a Thanksgiving tradition. In fact, they didn't repeat the November celebration in subsequent years. In 1789, President George Washington announced the first ever national Thanksgiving holiday, which took place on Thursday, November 26th, but it didn't become an annual tradition nationwide until the 19th century. That's when an American writer named Sarah Josepha Hale, most famous for writing the nursery rhyme Mary Had a Little Lamb, was inspired by a diary of Pilgrim life to recreate that first Thanksgiving feast. Beginning in 1827, Hale waged a nearly 30-year campaign to make Thanksgiving a national holiday. She also published recipes for pumpkin pie, turkey, and stuffing that probably didn't appear on the Pilgrims' plates, but would become the staples of modern Thanksgiving meals. In 1863, in the midst of the Civil War, President Abraham Lincoln announced that the nation would celebrate Thanksgiving every year on the final Thursday in November. But did you know, in 1939, President Franklin D. Roosevelt decided to move the holiday up a week to give Depression-era retailers more time to make money during the pre-Christmas shopping season. The move was widely criticized, and in 1941, FDR signed a bill fixing Thanksgiving on the 4th Thursday in November, where it stays today. One of the quirkiest Thanksgiving traditions began in 1989, when President George H.W. Bush granted the first official pardon to a turkey. Every November since then, the current Oval Office occupant has given a reprieve to 1 or 2 turkeys, sending them into retirement on a farm rather than to a dinner table. Though it only began in the late 20th century, the story has become one of the more unusual chapters in the long history of Thanksgiving traditions.
Okay. So did you guys like the video as much as I did?
That was pretty
So good.
So good. So makes me appreciate my turkey because I don't know how I feel about my eating my swan or seal on a Thanksgiving. But yeah, so what you would do then with the information fresh in your brain, okay, you would write down some of the main ideas, some examples, okay, and maybe a key term or something. Okay, so Sarah, do you remember anything that you could write down as something to get out of that video? Anything? Do you remember anything from the video? Anything? How about the food? Sarah, what stood out with the food?
They use deer instead of turkey.
Perfect. So main idea. Yes. I mean, everyone associates the turkey with Thanksgiving, right? So I think it was 5 deer, right? So you could put down main idea, 5 deer were killed for the celebration. And yeah, and instead of turkey, or you could put down, most people associate Thanksgiving with turkey, when in fact, 5 deer were brought to the celebration. How long was the celebration? You guys catch that? Yeah, I'm like 3 days, right? 3 days. Oh my gosh, I gained like 20 pounds. But it wasn't just food, right? What else did they do with the first Thanksgiving?
They hunted.
Yeah, they hunted, they did other things. It was about hanging out. And that's kind of what it is today. It's not just about eating, some people watch their football, they hang out, different things like that. So that's what I would want you to pull out. And the big thing at the end was the turkey pardon. Okay, that's a huge thing. That's great. You could say the first official one was with Bush. I think it actually was with Reagan. Reagan did it to be funny, I think, kind of, and it ended up being Bush that it actually became like a real thing that happened from then on. Okay, so these are things, and then if there's a key term you need to know, maybe the years that happened, different things like that. If it's a math thing, you can put down the equation. So this is a nice little thing that you'll have access to. You can make a couple copies of this if you want and save it into your drive, and it's going to be in your Google Classroom this week. Okay, so if this is something you think you would want while you're watching your Summit videos or your OdysseyWare videos or my videos, you could definitely use this as a way to take notes. Okay? Okay, and I need to put the right thing in there. So in the future, how do you see yourself taking, using using video note-taking strategies? So anything that you guys might do a little bit differently. Okay, Dylan, what can you do?
I think I'm gonna be pausing more, because back when I was at like regular school, the teacher would just play these videos on the smartboard, and I'd be like struggling so hard. I'd have to like be watching it and writing and watching at the same time.
You almost like give yourself whiplash, right? Like up and down, I'm trying to figure out how to write that. Yeah, I am a huge fan of pausing and rewinding. That's like my key. And the same with when I'm reading. I am like, wow, I think I need to go back and reread that. And there's nothing wrong with that. I try to tell my son that all the time. He'll read something and try to write something down, and I'm like, you have no idea what you're talking about. You have no evidence. You need to go back and reread it. Like you did not get what they wanted you to get. I tell them, I'm like, there is no shame in rereading things. I said, people reread like books all the time. They reread them like 10 times. They're their favorite books, and every time they read them, they get something new out of it. It's the same with the video, Dylan. You rewind it, you're probably going to get something new out of it. Have you guys ever watched a video that you just love, and every time you find something a little different with it?
Yeah.
I watched Christmas Vacation. I'm not highly recommending it to you. It's I love it though. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. It's one of my favorites, and every time I watch it, I see something different that I did not see before. The one time I was watching it, and the dog food, they picked it up at Walmart and they threw it right on the light bulbs. I had never noticed that. I was laughing hysterically, but it was something new that I picked up. Okay, so if you rewatch things, you're gonna definitely learn some stuff. Okay, so let's end with, does anyone have any Thanksgiving traditions that they would like to share? Anyone do anything fun? Okay, Emily might have to type, or she can act it out for us. Okay, what do you do? Oh wait, can I hear you? Wait, talk.
Can you hear me?
Yes, oh my gosh, I can hear Emily. Yes, okay.
We always watch the dog show with my family after Thanksgiving.
Yes, the dog show. Yes, that's fun. Okay. Any food that you guys always have? Any specific traditional food? Okay, Skylar, what do you guys have?
So we have my mother's entire family, we have 70 people that come to our Thanksgiving. And so there's like wild turkey. Last year there was a boar there that someone shot and we ate. And then there was just a ton of smoked food. So we overeat, and there's just a ton of stuff. We rent out a basement of a church.
Okay, I was just going to ask you, where do you hold 70 people? Okay, a basement of a church, and everyone just brings a ton of food? Wow,
Yeah.
That's 70 people. That's crazy. We're having around 15, I think. So that's a medium number, I think. Nothing.
My tradition is ham.
Oh yeah, Sarah does the ham. We talked about this yesterday. No turkey. She goes for the ham. Dylan, what's your tradition?
We do ham as well because it's like some people in my family don't like turkey. And we only have like 8 people who come over, so a lot of the stuff we make is like European because, you know, we're Appalachian. So, but we use ham because some people don't like turkey.
Okay, good for the ham. At Christmas time, we do a ham and turkey. That's kind of the big thing with us because Emily's kind of shaking her head. Emily, do you do the turkey on Thanksgiving? We lost her again. We lost you, Emily, now. No, you're gone. Somebody wrote something here. She wrote ham. Yeah, so Emily, you have to share with us what your food is, and then we'll let everybody go for the day. One thing while she's typing, I encourage you guys, if you are behind or want to get ahead, you're more than welcome to work over break. I told everybody that during their check-ins, okay? There's no pressure to, but you know, everything will be up and running, all the platforms. Oh, smoke the turkey. Now, was that outside? That's not the one where you fry it. Like, is smoking it out, is it outside being smoked? But it's not in the fryer. Okay.
No, you generally have like a smoker or something you put it into.
Okay. Yeah, that's fun. Oh, it actually probably tastes pretty good too. It's a smoke box. Oh, wow. I like it. Emily, you have to share some turkey with me. Okay, so you guys all have a great break. There will not be a Connects You next Wednesday, okay? So I'll see everybody back here in 2 weeks with a new topic. But be productive, take advantage of this, okay? You guys are sort of been given a little extra time to get some stuff done or get caught up. You know, take a couple minutes and relax. Also, spend some time with family. Go shopping if anyone braves the shopping crowds over Thanksgiving weekend. Sarah's mom is involved in retail, so she will be out and in the craziness of Thanksgiving, right? She has to work, so she gets to see all the people come out and fight over things, I guess. So anyway, you guys have a wonderful break and take care, and thank you for joining me, okay? And take good notes while watching videos. Okay, thanks guys. See you later.
Yeah.
Bye guys.